It provides almost a scaffold for the teachers, but also for the children. There's no rules to it. You can take from the text what you want to take from the text. It allows children and staff to again be quite flexible in their thinking, fluid in their thoughts. There's no set response. It's very interactive. It allows for challenge in a very gentle way. You have to go with what presents, and I think that's really exciting. When we talk about how things go with No Outsiders, staff will very often say, I was really surprised by some of the conversations we were having in our classrooms today. And that came from the text. So the text almost just provides the platform. We could go anywhere. The Berkeley Academy, we are a 2-form entry primary school. We have a delightful school community.
No Outsiders was brought to us at a local governing board meeting well before it was introduced into the school.
No Outsiders has really given us the opportunity to talk about things that maybe we hadn't talked about as much as we could have done previously.
Wouldn't it be boring if we were all the same? Yeah, it would.
So one of those things is looking at inclusion in lots of different forms. Obviously, as a school, we are not in a diverse, multicultural school, but we do have a lot of families that are made up in different ways. And for us, it's really important that we educate our children to understand that and understand the children that they are in the school with, so that hopefully as they grow up, they understand that the world they live in involves lots of different types of families and setups.
Each year group has books that they use as a focus in order to deliver the content for each half term, which is very comfortable for our children because they're used to accessing the rest of the curriculum through story.
So basically, red wasn't actually red, and the outside he was, but in the inside he was actually blue, and nobody ever told him. He was feeling very anxious, saying, oh, this colour doesn't look very right, can someone tell me what's happening? Or yeah, and then it just felt really like he was alone and no one was there for him. At the end of the story, he felt really happy and calm, and it makes me feel like everyone is unique and you're not alone, and everyone can talk to you and communicate.
If people get excluded, they might feel sad and lonely, and you need to let them join no matter what they look like.
So we have a weekly whole school assembly where one of the senior leaders will introduce the text or a situation that we want to explore through the assemblies, and then each class will have their own text, and then they use those in their curriculum time. But we also have a weekly class assembly, and that's usually where No Outsiders is explored at an age-appropriate level.
So at the Berkeley, we always welcome parents' contributions to the children and the curriculum that we share with the pupils. So we really want them to be able to understand what we're teaching their children, so that hopefully they can also support that at home.
As parents, we were made aware as the No Outsiders, and Carly's been telling me about it as well. I think for parents, I think same-sex couple. I think as parents of a child with additional needs, I think more than maybe most people, we recognise the need for something like this. In the presentation there, I liked the story of the mixed. We're using colours that children all relate to, and obviously that reflects colours, different people's colours, different ethnicities. So it's that subconscious teaching as well for me, using relatable things for children. I know that then applies to the wider society.
Governors have received presentations from staff. The lead member of staff has taken photographs and put together PowerPoint presentations about work that children have done.
I think that the children are able to talk about and have conversations that we might not have had before. And I think due to the diverse world that we currently live in, I think children can often compare themselves to others or put pressure on themselves in order to fit in. And I feel like with the No Outsiders scheme, it allows the children to feel confident with their own identities and feel like they can be themselves and it's okay to be different from other people.
Dear Mrs. Gore, I'd like to thank you for being the best head teacher I could possibly wish for. You're so nice to me and the other children in this school. You treat everyone the same and you make sure that there are no outsiders. And if there are, you always make it right no matter what. You also make me feel that I can share my voice even if I get the answer wrong.